Bullies is welcome to NFL Week 15. 14 weeks into the season, we have 12 teams above 500. We have 8 teams at 6-7. I call that parity. We have 2 divisions, unfortunately, AFC South and NFC East, that the winner of the division will be under 500 and make the playoffs. And we will have at least 1 to 2 teams with a really good record missing the playoffs. So that's just the issue with the divisional play right now in the NFL. Personally, I think they need to get rid of the 3 divisions. Just have conference. Plain and simple. Have the AFC, NFC, no divisions, and top 6 from each conference goes to the playoffs, and do your playoffs the same way. That way you don't have a sub-500 team making the playoffs, hosting a playoff game, winning a playoff game at home, and then moving on and having a great team, 10-6 team, maybe 11-5 team missing the playoffs. But that's the way it is right now, and we're going to go with it. All right, Thursday Night Football starts off with the 6-7 Tampa Bay Buccaneers and rookie quarterback Jameis Winston versus the 5-8 St. Louis Rams. The Buccaneers are 5-4 versus the NFC this year, 3-4 on the road. The Rams are 4-5 versus the NFC and 4-3 at home. Rams are favored by 1.5 at home. I don't like the way the Rams are playing at all. It seems like their biggest weapon, Tavon Austin and Todd Gurley, they don't always get the ball in their hand like they should. Case Keenum, Nick Foles, who's the worst quarterback? Last week, Case Keenum made less mistakes than Foles did the week before. That's about how you look at it. And Todd Gurley went crazy. But unfortunately, NFL defenses like to prepare, and they like to see, Todd Gurley, okay, we'll put 8 in the box. Now, fuck on that one. So, I got Tampa Bay winning. I'll give them the 1.5. They'll cover that. I'm taking over in the 41. Next, on Saturday, we have the 8-5 New York Jets versus the 4-9 Dallas Cowboys. Jets currently 6th in AFC playoffs. Jets are favored by 3 on the road. Dallas is just without Romo. They're nothing. I know they still have Dez Bryant, but he has been just shut out here lately. I got the Jets winning on the road, covering the 3, and over on the 42. Next, we have the Kansas City Chiefs, 8-5, the 5th in the AFC playoff hunt against the Baltimore Ravens, 4-9. Chiefs are 7-2 versus the AFC this year, while the Ravens are 3-6. Kansas City is favored by 8.5 on the road. I think Baltimore will cover the 8.5, but Kansas City wins. I'm taking over in the 42. A big AFC South matchup. We have the Houston Texans at 6-7 at the Indianapolis Colts, who are 6-7. Currently, the Colts are the tiebreaker, so they're considered 4th in the AFC. These 2 teams played on Week 5 on October 8th. Indy won 27-20. The Colts are 3-1 in their division, while the Texans are 2-1. So this game could come right down to this game. Currently Indy holds the tiebreaker, the head-to-head. If Houston would win this one, tiebreaker head-to-head would be even. Houston would be 3-1 in the division, while the Colts would be 3-2. So if they end up being tied, that could matter. I actually have Indy winning this at home. I will give them the 2 points. Actually, I think this one, there was even and no over-under, so I created my over-under. I put 2 points as the against the spread pick, Houston by 2, and then I did an over-under of 40. I got Indy, giving Indy the 2, they'll cover, taking under on the 40. Atlanta Falcons at 6-7 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars at 5-8. Neither of these teams are really going anywhere. Atlanta's 2 games out of the playoffs in the NFC. I don't really see them sweeping the rest of the winning out the rest of the year, and hopefully have people lose. Jacksonville wins this at home. I got them by 3. I like the way Blake Bortles has been playing lately. We have an NFC. Next, we have Jacksonville. I got them winning, covering the 3, taking under on the 49. Next, we have an NFC North matchup. We have the Chicago Bears at 5-8 versus the Minnesota Vikings at 8-6. The Vikings are currently 6th in the NFC playoff hunt. 3-1 in the division this year. These 2 teams met on Week 8 on November 1st. Minnesota won by 3, 23-20. That was in Chicago. Minnesota's favored by 5.5 at home with an over-under of 43. I had them covering and over on the 43. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans at 3-10 versus the New England Patriots, the AFC East champions at 11-2. First in the AFC in the playoff. Favored by 15.5 at home. They're 8-1 versus the AFC this year. I have them Tennessee covering the 15.5 and taking under on the 47. We have the NFC South winners, Carolina Panthers at 13-0, clinched the division already versus the New York Football Giants at 6-7. Carolina's trying to go perfect this year. They're 9-0 versus the NFC. They're favored by 5 on the road. I have them winning, covering, and under on the 48. If the Giants have any shot at winning NFC North, they need to win this game. Period. Sorry, NFC East. My bad. Giants are in the East. I know, NFC East. My bad. They need to win this game in order to win in the NFC East. Buffalo Bills 6-7 versus the Washington Redskins at 6-7. The Redskins are leading the NFC East. They're currently 4th in the NFC playoffs. Even spread, so I gave 2 points to Washington. I got Washington winning this at home, which are 5-2 this year. And I'm taking under on the 44 points, and they'll cover the 2. So Washington covering the 2 points, under on the 44. The Green Bay Packers, 3rd in the NFC playoffs versus the 6-7 Oakland Raiders. Green Bay is favored by 3 at home. With an over-under of 47, I have them covering, winning, and over on the 47. Next, we have the 3-10 Cleveland Browns versus the 8-5 Seattle Seahawks, 5th in the NFC. In the playoffs, I have Seattle favored by 16.5. I got Cleveland covering that, taking under on the 43, and Seattle wins. We have the Denver Broncos at 10-3 versus the Pittsburgh Steelers at 8-5. Broncos are 3rd in the AFC in the playoffs. Pittsburgh is the first team out in the AFC. Pittsburgh is favored by 7 at home. Why everybody's freaking out over Brock Osweiler losing his first game? Holy shit, everybody's freaking out. Oh my God, when's Peyton coming back? He goes 3-0. I was like, Peyton who? He loses a game. When's Peyton back? I got Denver going into Pittsburgh winning here. I'm giving Denver 3 points. I got them winning, covering the 3 points, and over into 44.5. We have the Miami Dolphins at 5-8 versus the San Diego Chargers at 3-10. Don't like what Miami's doing right now. Dominican Sue and that defense has just been like a ghost of himself. He hasn't even been around much. I actually have San Diego winning this at home. 1 point, got them covering, and under on the 46. We have the Andy Dalton-less Cincinnati Bengals at 10-3 versus the San Francisco 49ers at 4-9. I think A.J. McCarron will be able to come in, get the ball to A.J. Green, get Jeremy Hill running. I think the defense will help out a lot. I have Cincinnati winning. They're favored by 4.5. I have them covering the 4.5 and taking over on the 40.5. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, they're playing the 49ers. The 49ers suck! Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals at 11-2, 2nd in the NFC playoffs. Philadelphia Eagles at 6-7, tied for the NFC East crown. They're in must-win. Washington Redskins, Giants, and the Eagles are all in must-win. Somebody's going to take control of that division. I don't have it being the Eagles. I have Arizona covering the 3.5. I have them under on the 15.5 points and a victory. On Monday Night Football, we have the Detroit Lions at 4-9 versus the New Orleans Saints at 5-8. I don't think it's going to be that interesting in a Monday night game. New Orleans is favored by 3 at home with a over under 50.5. I got Detroit covering the 3. I think it'll be a 1 point game. And I have over on the 50.5 and the New Orleans Saints win. So that will wrap up week 15 of the NFL season. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show and have a spiffy night. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader to sports channels.